The Black Series, Star Wars Ahsoka, Ahsoka Tano, Sabine Wren. Let's get it. What's up, my peeps? Big Rock back at you again. We've got a dual action figure review this time, courtesy of Star Wars The Black Series. The latest show, Disney Plus style. We got Star Wars Ahsoka. We have two more additions to the lineup for Star Wars Ahsoka. And it is Ahsoka Tano herself, as well as her Padawan, Sabine Wren. We got him here. We're going to do a twofer, and we're going to proceed from there. So you see what we got going on? It's the return of windowed packaging. So that's definitely a welcome moment. We saw that introduction last with Morgan Elsbeth, which was the first figure that I've gotten from this particular franchise. We saw the windowless, or I should say windowed packaging. It's going to be a while before I get used to saying that again. Packaging with her. And so now we've got it going on with two more entries into the Ahsoka line. And what we have, you see the figures and you see their accessories as how it was before. So it's all good. If you get these in a brick and mortar, you're able to inspect physically for QC issues and be able to make your decision that way. The one thing that has been retained, whether we were windowed or windowless, has been the mural artwork on the sides there. As you can see what we got going on here, both Ahsoka and of Sabine, and on the back. And of course, we have the return of the bios, even though with Ahsoka, the bios are the same. It's not really a bio. It's basically like a kind of a synopsis of what the season for Ahsoka was. We won't go through that again. You'll just have to zoom in and pause if you want to read that. You see the banner is kind of like a teal color for Ahsoka, and Ahsoka Tano is number 1 in this series. Sabine is number 3. We saw that Morgan was number 4. Number 2 will be our girl Hera. And now, taking a 360-degree view of our two ladies from the Ahsoka Disney Plus TV show, you can see that they are brandishing their accessories. Ahsoka with her dual swords, her dual lightsabers, one, of course, longer than the other. And Sabine has got her dual blasters and her lone lightsaber with the green hue, which she acquired from Ezra Bridger. And you see her helmet down below. She is a Mandalorian, and she is wearing her Mandalorian Bestar armor. And she's got her insignia and everything else. We'll take a look at that a little bit closer up. We'll kick off with Sabine. And so we got her up close. You can see that if you've been following the show, you know that she's blazing that purple or magenta, whatever color you want to call her hair. She started off with it long, and then she chopped it off. And this is what we've got going on in terms of the photo reel going on. It doesn't really, I'm not going to sit here and say this is Hasbro's best work. It's a nice portrait, but I'm not really seeing Sabine, the actress that portrays her, that plays her. I'm not really seeing it, but like I said, it's a passable portrait. It's not like it's ugly or anything, so there is that. It's painted nice. One thing I will note is that, and this may have begun a bit earlier, but I'm noticing it now, that sheen that a lot of the Black Series figures had is no longer present, so that's a good thing. So that's cool. You see the colors on her Beskar armor. She's got a myriad of colors: rust, purple, kind of charcoal grayish, light grayish. On her right arm, she's got her that signet or that emblem, and then a different one on her left shoulder pad. So you've got that. She's got wrist gauntlets that they are capable of shooting out flames and shooting out a line that she uses to grab hold of her opponents and play the yank game. And so she's pretty cool with that. You see the lightsaber there, green hue, and raising her arms up. You see she has her blasters on either side. They're different colors. I'll pull them out of their holsters. And on her left side, she's rocking it's like a blue colored one. See if I can zoom in without losing anything in terms of the focus. So yeah, that's a little bit better. You can see what I'm talking about right there. So it's like it's got three different colors. I think that it's molded in the silver color, and it has the kind of like tealish blue highlights, and of course the handguard is black. Do that so you can see what I'm talking about. Now I'll stick that one back in its holster and pull out her blaster on her right side. Stand up for me, Sabine. And you'll see that this one is yellow. Same, basic silver, but the highlights are yellow. And of course, she's got that black handguard. Stick that back in. And then, of course, we'll take a look at her lightsaber. Once again, green, just like in the show. The hilt looking real nice there. Got the nice silver highlights. You can disconnect the energized blade, and it has a ring at the end of it, as you could see there, and she does have a clip for it. And that clip is, where's the clip? I know there's a clip on here. Oh, right there, right in front of me, duh. So, see if I can attach it. And I know I can, maybe because if I do it the other way, it'll hang straight down. So allow me to do that, ladies and gents. And there it is. Sabine doesn't want to stand up for me now. And now she's rocking everything. Zoom out a little bit so you could see it hanging there. And yep, that's our girl Sabine. As far as the articulation, I'll just mention that she's got her head necker on dumbbell joints, so she's got great range of motion with the heads, and she can give you attitude, which with this character, attitude is necessary. As far as the rest, she's got the same basic articulation that female Black Series figures have, swiveling, single-jointed elbows and knees, but she gives you the 360 and, of course, ball waist, diaphragm and stuff. So I'm not going to really go through all of that because we've seen that before. But what I will do is the helmet. Let me stand her back there so we can get a better look at her helmet real quick. Are you going to stand for me, Sabine? I just messed you up, didn't I? So yeah, here's her helmet. And let me close up a little bit on that now. So yeah, you see that it's got some nice colors to it. Her rangefinder is articulated, so that's cool. And it does fit on her head. Now, because of the nature of it, it's going to look way big. And it does look way big. But it does fit on her head. I understand what Hasbro was trying to do with it being able to fit on her head and stuff. But I kind of think that this is a case where having an additional head sculpt of just the helmeted version of the head would have come in handy, because the head could have been smaller. And if you wanted to like pose her with just like holding the helmet or something, that could still be achieved, because you can't see any face behind the mask anyway. But this is what we get. Next up, Ahsoka. I can tell you that this is exactly the same figure that we've seen twice before. First time was the standalone version of the figure, single pack version in the Mandalorian line. And next time was in the Mando Grogu and Ahsoka 3-pack, Amazon exclusive. That version came with a soft goods hoodie and cape robe, whatever you want to call it, which was pretty nice. And I can tell you, if you've watched the show beginning to end, especially the last 3 episodes, you'll know that we're going to get another Ahsoka down the pike in different colors, and maybe some different footwear or something like that, as she did undergo a costume change, so to speak. But yes, this is basically the same Ahsoka that we've always gotten. So the last 2 times, and we will do some comparisons real quick with them, because there won't be any need to stay long, because once again, they're exact same figure. But just to take a look at what we've got going on here, she is looking nice with the portrait. Once again, the portrait does not necessarily look like Rosario Dawson, except on maybe certain angles. I think maybe this angle right here would look the best right there. But, it's, once again, it's not Hasbro's best work. So it looks pretty cool, but it is what it is. The hair, of course, is lovely, and the headgear and the facial tattoos or markings. I don't know if those are supposed to be tattoos or if that's just, her species. That's what they come out as. The lips are very nice, and the eyes also. You see that she's got that glassy-like blue for her eyes, and then you see the rest of the figure looking nice with the bicep bands and her wrist gauntlets. And then, of course, you've got her lightsabers, those dual lightsabers. One is smaller than the other, and they light up kind of white this go around. I believe as a Padawan, she started off with them being green, and now they're white. I know that the colors of the lightsabers have meaning to the wearers. They apparently have the same meaning for Sith and for, definitely for Sith, because they're always red. And I think dark Jedis, those that aren't quite Sith but have turned from the Jedi Order, their colors are lighter than the red of the Sith, as evidenced by Balen Skull and his apprentice. So that's what we got going on. The rest of her, like I said, it's the same, and her articulation is exactly the same. Single jointed swiveling elbows and knees. The nature of her leggings, her pants, trousers, whatever you want to call them, is such that it is single jointed with the knees, but because of the nature of the pants, they're well hidden, but they do swivel. So at least we get that, you know what I'm saying? So that's a good way to hide the articulation, just the natural appearance of those pant legs, trousers, leggings. Lower half of her garment. She also has the ability to hold her lightsabers unenergized, of course. You pull the saber part out. She's got pegs on her person as well. She does have holes so she can carry them. So you see that right there, and then she does have one on the other side. So that is, oh, she wants to fall on me. We're not going to have that. Stand up, Miss Tano. That is Ahsoka. Here's the comparison that I spoke of. Our Ahsoka is dead center, and you see that she's in the pose that we last left her, with her wielding one sword, and she's got the other lightsaber on her hip. And on our left, we have the first Ahsoka Tano. This was from the Mandalorian, basically the standalone, single boxed, single packaged version. She's brandishing both of her weapons. And on our right is the Mandalorian Grogu 3-pack. And you see she's got the soft goods cape, and I've got both sabers on her hip. So you can see those are, with only one possible other combo, and that would be the smaller sword in her hand and the larger sword on her hip. But you get the idea. But you can see all the same figure. Now, it's probably going to be all the same figure when they come out with the spoiler alert, you'll have to figure out what I'm talking about, the Ahsoka Redeemed version. I'm just coming up with that name. Those that have watched the show, they'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, when they come up with that, I don't know if they'll just totally cheap out and repaint what we see here, or we'll get different sculpt, because her outfit is definitely different. Her footwear is most definitely different, but we'll see what goes on when that happens, because we know it's going to happen. And here are Ahsoka Tano and Sabine Wren with the only other figure that I have from this particular line. We have Morgan Elsbeth, and now that I have them all together, I can say unequivocally that definitely Morgan's portrait is the best out of the three. It looks the most like the actress Diana Lee and Osanto very nicely. And yeah, it looks pretty good. And speaking of when I spoke on, we're going to get another Ahsoka, we're going to get another Morgan Elsbeth too. Anybody that's watched the show knows exactly what I'm talking about. So my closing thoughts on the Star Wars The Black Series Disney Plus show, Ahsoka figures of Ahsoka Tano, of the same name, and Sabine Wren are they're two pretty nice figures, but let's keep it a stack. We'll start with Ahsoka herself. This is just a re-release of what we've gotten before. Same exact figure, same exact weapons, lightsabers, and yeah, the most that I would say would be different would probably be just a little bit darker shade on the first iteration of this figure, the standalone piece. That's about it. Other than that, and yeah, and some yeah, that's about it. I can't think of anything else. There's some differences, very slight, but it's the same exact figure. The differences are just in the paint apps. I can't hold Hasbro against it, because she hasn't really changed her appearance in her most of her appearances until you get to the latter episodes of her own show. I'm sure we're going to get a figure showing that change, but until then, this is what we have. I think I'll sport more the Grogu Din Djarin 3-pack, the Amazon 3-pack, because of the soft goods. And I'm probably going to go with that for most of the, if my display options are limited, I'm going to go with that one. As far as Sabine is concerned, the head sculpt, the portrait, doesn't really look like the actress. Still is a pretty portrait, but even on certain angles, I don't really see it, but that's just me. The helmet, I think that this would have been better served if it was a different, we had an additional head sculpt of just the helmet. Because the helmet being able to fit over her head, it can fit on her head loosely, but it makes, the helmet is big. It makes her head look too big. For the, what more can I say about that? The colors for the Beskar armor are great. The different colors for her blasters are great. The lightsaber that she was gifted from her friend Ezra Bridger, with the green saber, is very, very nice. The hilt is great. And yeah, other than that, I mean, it is what it is. This is the second and third figures from this line that I've received. And along with Morgan Elsbeth. So they're starting to pile up, which is pretty cool. If you enjoyed the show and you want to get the figures, they'll be coming out a little at a time, so that'll definitely help you. What will help me is if you guys like this video, if you share it, and if you subscribe to the channel. I definitely need that going on. And leave your comments below. What do you think about these figures? What do you think about the line? What do you think about the show? Yeah, and what do you think about me and this channel, especially that? So, come with that. There's a bell down below if you want to be notified when I upload another video, so hit that as well. And my ladies and gentlemen, that's how it gets done.